Hey, what's going on, everyone? This is Prophet, and I got you guys another episode of Pokémon FireRed version. And in this episode, we're gonna go and actually gonna stop by the Pokemart real quick and just pick up a few items. Didn't really get too much. I just got Ultra Ball, but still got more Hyper Potions and Revives. But anyways, we're gonna go and check by. I forgot what place it's called. Anyway, it's nearby station where it's next to it's the building by the Poke Center, and we're just talking to a few people. Now, there's a few people that you can actually talk to and trade. You saw that female trainer right there. She was going to trade you a Tangela for a Venonat, but that's a terrible trade. And this person right here can let you actually learn the move Metronome. And then he's just stating the obvious right now. Just about Eevee has 3 evolutions in this main walkthrough. Now, this is the second person right here. He would trade you a Ponyta for a Seal, which is, it's okay. But you need to talk to this doctor right here. If you actually want any of your prehistoric fossils to be revived, and he can do it in about a second. And so he tells me from the Helix fossil I'm gonna get an Ammonite. And so you don't have to go, you just run out and come back in, and he'll let you know that you're late. Where were you? And now I finally got my Ammonite. Now if you get a Dome fossil, obviously you get a Kabuto. And there's actually one more fossil to actually get. It's not really a fossil, but if you go back to Pewter City's City Museum and use Cut right there, you can actually talk to that person. He'll give you Old Amber, and if you actually give it to this doctor right here, you can actually pick up yourself an Aerodactyl, which is really nice. It's a very fast Pokemon, hits hard real quick. It is a flash, more of an ice cannon. It just depends on how you use it. Most of the time is you better actually knock out your Pokemon, the opponent's Pokemon within one hit or less, because most likely next turn your Aerodactyl, I can't speak today, excuse me, your Aerodactyl will most likely get knocked out. So it's best to actually have some hard hitting moves such as Fly, Earthquake, Rock Slide, Hyper Beam. That's what I would recommend. And you see right there, the door is locked. So we have to go inside the Pokemon Mansion right here. Now there's Grimers, Mucks, I think, yeah, also Coughing and Wheezing. And I know for sure, especially in Fire Red, you can actually catch Growlithe in here. But I'm going to go cut a few things just because it's really not too much important. Well, there is a couple important things. There's simple diaries, which I'm not going to cut that out. But there's some Pokemon battles such as this one. I mean, this thief right here has, or Burglar, has a Charmander or a Charmeleon. Like, no Charizard, though. It's terrible. And right here, you could pick up a Zinc right there. And there's one of the first of the many diaries in this mansion. July 10th, we christenized the new discovered Pokemon Mew, which hasn't even been discovered yet. It's because it was known to be as a rumor or a myth. And then South America, a new Pokemon, and that was basically their journal diaries about when they were actually set off to actually search for the mysterious Pokemon Mew, because there was just based on myth and rumors that it does exist, and then they wow, it was known to be in the past that Mew was extinct a very long time ago. It's not like long as like the prehistoric Pokemon or dinosaurs, you can say, but there was only a few amount of Mews that were actually technically out there in the wild, and it was very hard to for any human to even encounter into one. So basically, they just thought that they were just saying that Mew was basically instinct, or it's a very rare Pokemon to actually find. And there's a couple other statues, but there's a Pokeball right here, and then you have to pick up an iron right there, which is really nice. And secret switch, press it. Who wouldn't? Kind of creepy though. In this game, you can see the red lights glowing, and you see the scientists right here. Let these all just take care of business. You can see right here, it's almost level 50, because we're almost getting to that point though where everything almost level 50 up. It's going to be a real long journey. Oh, repel. Yeah, apparently I just can't speak today. It's just... Apparently I'm catching something in my nose now, so I really can't speak. I can't speak. But here's a little cutoff, and then actually another diary about... I think we missed the other diary, but it was mentioning about how they actually found a little particle, or it was a fossilized genetic material of Mew. So the scientists that found that genetic material used it for their experiment, and then they actually created a new Pokemon in Mewtwo. And you saw right there the diary. It was September 1st, mentioning about how Mewtwo was too powerful and it was beyond their control. And I think it's like at the end of the game it's mentioned many different kinds of Pokedex, not in just this game, but in many other ones before and after. It mentions that Mewtwo is known to be a hostile Pokemon due to its temperance when it was being created by that genetic material from Mew. It didn't carry on Mew's genetic material and known to be rather shy, rather clumsy. Instead, it turns out to be very upset, angry, pretty much just the complete opposite, basically. More aggressive, none to say. It's like more when you think of Mew, it's more okay, Mew is just gonna disappear, rather just, doesn't want to be discovered. Mewtwo, if you try to actually mess with it, it's gonna go and take you out in a second. So we're gonna go and just hit this statue right here and switch it. The secret switch. So we can get the last part, so we can actually get the key. Where's the key? Where's the beautiful key? There you go. And there's also another TM right here, which is Solar Beam. Now, it's recommended to use Solar Beam. Wow. I really cannot speak. It's mainly good for either grass types, like Venusaur, etc. Victory Bell. And we use the escape rope, and then we're going to go back to the Pokemon Center so we can actually heal up our Pokemon, because there was a couple of trainers inside that mansion. And we're finally, without further ado, we can actually walk inside this gym. I actually decided to look at the key, and the key looks just like the volcano. Well, sort of the volcano badge. It's just a red dot, basically, just indicating that that's Cinnabar's key to the gym. Yo, Chip in the making, the hothead lands, those spouts water, you burn heals too. Now there, actually, when we actually face Blaine, it's actually kind of funny. When he's trying to bow you, he says you better have burn heal, which is kind of funny. Now, if you guys saw those little time machine kind of little boots. is basically like a pop quiz. It's like if you get it right, you can actually move on without battling the trainer. Or if you get it wrong, most likely you are going to face that trainer regardless to get through the next door or the next part of the whole gym. But I decided to go and just take out these trainers right here just because I need it for experience. Plus, I think Falco's doing just fine just knocking out every single Pokemon just because he's over 10 levels. But it's no big deal. I know for sure halfway though, I switched back to Tsunami just because he's a water type. So he needs to get some experience too. And of course our red eye superpower. Now here's a good question for you guys. I want to know which gym is your favorite in Generation 1 in the Kanto region. From the first gym all the way to the last gym. To be honest, I actually liked either Blaine's gym or I actually like the last 3 gyms. Just because the Mars badge was pretty cool, and then the volcano badge, and then I didn't expect about what was going to happen with the Earth badge just because hey, it's back in Viridian City, so. And I am going to switch up a few Pokemon, and I've healed up real quick just to make sure everything was fine. Now, I did some offside training before trying to battle, just because I just think it was just necessary. Because I definitely don't want to be stuck and just trying to go, like when I actually try to get back to Pout Town, I don't want to just go through all these trainers again. And apparently I'm sick now, apparently. That's not cool. Well, it's not like I'm like sick or anything, like real sick though, but it's just now all of a sudden I got a runny nose and I just been sneezing like the last 10 minutes and I'm just kind of frustrated. It had to happen right when I'm trying to commentate. Now, after training and try to take those few water trainers offside, and for some reason my emulator decided to go super slow all of a sudden. I guess it's just my computer is just kind of lagging. But yeah, like I mentioned, after I was going back to the Pokemart and just restocking on some few items, we are going to face Blaine in the next episode to get our 7th badge and be our own way to Viridian City, or maybe something else in between. But anyways, if you guys like this video, leave a like, comment, and subscribe. And this is Prophet. Deuce.